Property and Casualty Exam Prep Kyc. Question 1. Non-renewal of a property policy, option A, is the same as cancellation. Option B, is the insurer's decision not to renew at the end of the policy period. Option C, cannot happen under any circumstances. Option D, requires no notice. The correct answer is option A, is the same as cancellation. Non-renewal is different from cancellation. It occurs at the end of the policy period and typically requires advance notice. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 2. Which of the following is not an element of a valid contract? Option A, offer and acceptance. Option B, consideration. Option C, competent parties. Option D, written format always required. The correct answer is option C, competent parties. While many insurance contracts are written, oral contracts can sometimes be valid. The four elements are offer/acceptance, consideration, competent parties, and legal purpose. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 3. The equipment breakdown coverage form, formerly boiler and machinery, covers option A, wear and tear. Option B, sudden and accidental breakdown of covered equipment. Option C, normal maintenance. Option D, employee errors. The correct answer is option D, employee errors. Equipment breakdown covers sudden and accidental mechanical or electrical breakdown. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 4. A dishonest individual intentionally fakes a slip-and-fall accident to collect insurance money. This behavior is an example of A. Option A, physical hazard. Option B, moral hazard. Option C, morale hazard. Option D, legal hazard. The correct answer is option A, physical hazard. Moral hazards arise from dishonest or fraudulent behavior by the insured. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 5. A contract where the insurer's obligation to pay is contingent upon an uncertain event is known as option A, commutative contract. Option B, aleatory contract. Option C, adhesion contract. Option D, unilateral contract. The correct answer is option D, unilateral contract. An aleatory contract involves an unequal exchange of value. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 6. The war exclusion in a commercial auto policy excludes option A, all accidents. Option B, losses caused by war, insurrection, or rebellion. Option C, only declared wars. Option D, only foreign wars. The correct answer is option C, only declared wars. War and similar actions are standard exclusions in most insurance policies. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 7. The peril evidence rule in insurance means option A, oral agreements can change the written policy. Option B, the written policy is the complete agreement, prior oral statements cannot contradict it. Option C, only oral agreements are binding. Option D, the policy is not binding. The correct answer is option C, only oral agreements are binding. Peril evidence rule protects the integrity of the written contract. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 8. Professional liability, errors and omissions, insurance covers. Option A, bodily injury from slip and fall. Option B, financial losses from negligent professional services. Option C, property damage. Option D, employee injuries. The correct answer is option D, employee injuries. Professional liability covers claims for financial loss arising from professional negligence, not physical injury or property damage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 9. Prior acts coverage in a claims-made policy. Option A, covers only future occurrences. Option B, provides coverage for occurrences before the policy's effective date back to the retroactive date. Option C, has no coverage. Option D, only applies to intentional acts. The correct answer is option D, only applies to intentional acts. Prior acts coverage applies to occurrences between the retroactive date and policy inception. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 10. Property removed to protect it from a covered peril is covered. Option A, only at the original location. Option B, at another location for a specified period, usually 30 days. Option C, never covered. Option D, only if the insurer approves. The correct answer is option A, only at the original location. Property removed to protect it from a covered peril is covered at the new location for a limited time. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 11. A newly acquired auto has automatic coverage under a PAP 4. Option A, the full policy term without notice. Option B, a limited period, typically 14 days, if the insured notifies the insurer. Option C, no coverage until added to the policy. Option D, 30 days regardless of notification. The correct answer is option C, no coverage until added to the policy. Newly acquired autos have automatic coverage for a short period, provided the insured notifies the insurer. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 12. Subrogation allows the insurer to: Option A, cancel the policy at any time. Option B, pursue recovery from a negligent third party after paying the insured's claim. Option C, deny all claims. Option D, increase premiums retroactively. The correct answer is option A, cancel the policy at any time. Subrogation transfers the insured's right of recovery to the insurer after a claim is paid. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 13. The standard mortgage clause provides more protection than a loss payable clause because: Option A, the mortgagee has fewer rights. Option B, the mortgagee's coverage is not voided by the insured's acts. Option C, the mortgagee pays the premium. Option D, the mortgagee is the insured. The correct answer is option B, the mortgagee's coverage is not voided by the insured's acts. The standard mortgage clause protects the mortgagee's interest even if the insured violates policy conditions. Question 14. The retrospective rating plan. Option A, sets a fixed premium. Option B, adjusts the final premium based on actual losses during the policy period, within a range. Option C, has no premium adjustment. Option D, only reduces premiums. The correct answer is option A, sets a fixed premium. Retrospective rating adjusts the premium after the policy period based on actual losses. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 15. A vehicle used in a carpool under a PAP is: Option A, always excluded. Option B, generally covered if it is a share the expense carpool, not for profit. Option C, excluded if any money changes hands. Option D, only covered with a commercial policy. The correct answer is option A, always excluded. Not-for-profit carpools are typically covered, for hire transportation is excluded. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 16. The automatic coverage for newly acquired autos in a commercial auto policy. Option A, provides unlimited coverage. Option B, provides coverage for a specified period if the insurer is notified and premium paid. Option C, provides no coverage until endorsement. Option D, requires no notice. The correct answer is option D, requires no notice. Newly acquired autos are automatically covered for a limited time, subject to notice requirements. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 17. A commercial umbrella policy provides: Option A, primary coverage only. Option B, excess liability coverage over underlying policies, potentially with broader coverage. Option C, property coverage. Option D, health insurance. The correct answer is option D, health insurance. Umbrella policies provide additional limits above underlying liability policies. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 18. A personal umbrella liability policy provides: Option A, primary coverage only. Option B, excess coverage over underlying liability policies, with broader coverage for some exposures. Option C, property coverage. Option D, health insurance. The correct answer is option C, property coverage. Umbrella policies provide an additional layer of liability protection above underlying policies. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 19. An intervening cause in negligence. Option A, has no effect on liability. Option B, breaks the chain of causation, potentially relieving the original negligent party of liability. Option C, always increases liability. Option D, is the same as proximate cause. The correct answer is option A, has no effect on liability. An intervening cause may be a superseding cause that relieves the original actor of liability. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 20. A domestic insurer is one that is: Option A, incorporated in a foreign country. Option B, incorporated under the laws of the state in which it is doing business. Option C, incorporated in another state. Option D, not licensed. The correct answer is option B, incorporated under the laws of the state in which it is doing business. A domestic insurer is chartered in the state of reference. Question 21. Proximate cause in a negligence claim means: Option A, the first event in a chain. Option B, the foreseeable cause that directly led to the injury. Option C, any contributing factor. Option D, the last event before injury. The correct answer is option A, the first event in a chain. Proximate cause is the primary, foreseeable cause that sets in motion an unbroken chain of events leading to injury. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 22. Conditional renewal means: Option A, the policy renews automatically. Option B, the policy is renewed with conditions such as increased premiums or reduced coverage. Option C, the policy is cancelled. Option D, no renewal is offered. The correct answer is option D, no renewal is offered. Conditional renewal imposes changes as a condition of renewal. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 23. Under a comparative negligence system, if a plaintiff is found to be 30% at fault for their own injury, they can recover. Option A, nothing. Option B, 70% of their total damages from the defendant. Option C, 100% of their damages. Option D, 30% of their damages. The correct answer is option A, nothing. The plaintiff's recovery is reduced by their percentage of fault. They recover 70% of total damages. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 24. Contractual liability coverage in a CGL policy covers. Option A, all contracts. Option B, liability assumed under certain defined insured contracts. Option C, only written contracts. Option D, only oral contracts. The correct answer is option A, all contracts. Contractual liability covers liability assumed under insured contracts as defined in the policy. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 25. Agreed value coverage in a commercial property policy. Option A, pays actual cash value. Option B, suspends the coinsurance clause by agreeing on the property's value. Option C, pays replacement cost only. Option D, pays market value. The correct answer is option C, pays replacement cost only. Agreed value suspends the coinsurance requirement because the insurer and insured agree on the property's value. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 26. A valued policy pays. Option A, actual cash value at the time of loss. Option B, the full policy limit regardless of actual value at time of loss. Option C, replacement cost with depreciation. Option D, only the market value. The correct answer is option A, actual cash value at the time of loss. Valued policies, used for fine arts, antiques, pay the agreed amount specified in the policy. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 27. The separation of insureds, severability, clause means. Option A, all insured share one limit. Option B, coverage applies separately to each insured, as if each had their own policy. Option C, insureds cannot sue each other. Option D, the policy cannot be separated. The correct answer is option B, coverage applies separately to each insured, as if each had their own policy. Severability ensures that a breach by one insured does not void coverage for innocent insureds. Question 28. Coverage E of a homeowner's policy provides. Option A, personal liability coverage. Option B, medical payments to others. Option C, property damage. Option D, loss of use. The correct answer is option A, personal liability coverage. Coverage E is personal liability insurance for bodily injury and property damage the insured is legally obligated to pay. Question 29. Earthquake insurance typically has a deductible expressed as. Option A, a flat dollar amount. Option B, a percentage of the insured value, often 5 to 20%. Option C, no deductible. Option D, a fixed premium. The correct answer is option C, no deductible. Earthquake deductibles are usually a percentage of the coverage limit, making them significant out-of-pocket costs. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 30. Uninsured motorist, coverage typically pays for. Option A, damage to the insured's vehicle from a hit-and-run driver. Option B, bodily injury to the insured caused by an uninsured or hit-and-run driver. Option C, property damage from uninsured drivers in all states. Option D, all hit-and-run property damage. The correct answer is option C, property damage from uninsured drivers in all states. Primarily covers bodily injury from uninsured motorists. Some states also have property damage. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 31. An occurrence in a liability policy is defined as. Option A, an intentional act by the insured. Option B, an accident, including continuous or repeated exposure to substantially the same general harmful conditions. Option C, only a sudden event. Option D, a criminal act. The correct answer is option A, an intentional act by the insured. An occurrence is an accident, including repeated exposure to harmful conditions. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 32. Ordinance or law coverage in a commercial property policy can cover. Option A, no building code upgrades. Option B, the increased cost of complying with building codes after a loss. Coverage A, B, and C. Option C, only demolition costs. Option D, only legal fees. The correct answer is option D, only legal fees. Ordinance or law coverage includes demolition, increased cost of construction, and loss to the undamaged portion. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 33. A commercial articles coverage form, inland marine, covers. Option A, real estate. Option B, scheduled, high-value items such as fine arts, jewelry, and cameras. Option C, automobiles. Option D, inventory only. The correct answer is option A, real estate. Commercial articles floaters cover scheduled items of high value. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 34. The accounts receivable coverage form covers. Option A, physical damage to accounts receivable records. Option B, losses from inability to collect accounts receivable due to damaged records. Option C, bad debts. Option D, loan defaults. The correct answer is option C, bad debts. This coverage pays for amounts uncollectible because records were damaged and the costs to reconstruct records. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 35. The statute of limitations for filing suit on an insurance claim. Option A is unlimited. Option B limits the time within which a lawsuit must be filed, varies by state and policy. Option C is always 1 year. Option D is always 5 years. The correct answer is option A, is unlimited. The policy or state law sets a time limit for suit. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 36. Physical damage coverage for dealers under a garage form is typically written on A. Option A, named perils basis only. Option B, blanket basis covering all dealer inventory. Option C, scheduled basis only. Option D, actual cash value only. The correct answer is option A, named perils basis only. Dealers typically need blanket coverage for fluctuating inventory. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 37. Other than collision, comprehensive coverage covers. Option A, collision with another vehicle. Option B, losses such as fire, theft, vandalism, falling objects, and contact with animals. Option C, upset of the vehicle. Option D, liability for injuries to others. The correct answer is option D, liability for injuries to others. Comprehensive covers non-collision losses. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 38. Liberalization clause in a policy means. Option A, the insurer can reduce coverage. Option B, if the insurer broadens coverage without additional premium, existing policies automatically receive the benefit. Option C, the insured can cancel. Option D, premiums increase. The correct answer is option A, the insurer can reduce coverage. Liberalization automatically extends improvements. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 39. The CGL policy covers bodily injury and property damage that, option A, is expected or intended by the insured. Option B, occurs during the policy period and is caused by an occurrence. Option C, happens anywhere in the world without limitation. Option D, is caused by pollution in all cases. The correct answer is option A, is expected or intended by the insured. The CGL covers by and PD caused by an occurrence during the policy period. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 40. The additional living expense coverage in a homeowner's policy is. Option A, coverage A. Option B, coverage B. Option C, coverage C. Option D, coverage D. The correct answer is option D, coverage D. Coverage D is loss of use, including additional living expenses. Question 41. Motor carrier coverage form is designed for. Option A, for hire carriers. Option B, businesses that transport their own goods, private carriers. Option C, passenger vehicles. Option D, only rental companies. The correct answer is option D, only rental companies. Motor carrier forms are for private carriers transporting their own property. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 42. Comprehensive coverage in a PAP is typically written with. Option A, no deductible ever. Option B, a deductible, which may be lower than the collision deductible. Option C, a mandatory percentage deductible. Option D, the same deductible as collision. The correct answer is option A, no deductible ever. Comprehensive coverage usually has a deductible, often lower than the collision deductible. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 43. Coverage C of the CGL policy provides. Option A, bodily injury liability. Option B, medical payments, no-fault medical expenses for injuries on premises. Option C, personal injury liability. Option D, products liability. The correct answer is option D, products liability. Coverage C is medical payments coverage, regardless of fault. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 44. The National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, was created because. Option A, flood coverage is always included in homeowners' policies. Option B, private insurers were unwilling to provide affordable flood insurance. Option C, the government wanted to profit from flood insurance. Option D, floods never cause significant damage. The correct answer is option D, floods never cause significant damage. The NFIP fills the gap left by the private market's unwillingness to cover flood risk. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 45. An additional insured endorsement. Option A reduces coverage. Option B extends coverage to another person or organization for liability arising from the named insured's operations. Option C cancels the policy. Option D increases the premium without adding coverage. The correct answer is option A, reduces coverage. Additional insured status extends liability protection to parties with a business relationship to the named insured. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 46. Subrogation in property insurance allows the insurer to: Option A, cancel the policy. Option B, recover claim payments from a negligent third party. Option C, deny all claims. Option D, increase premiums. The correct answer is option A, cancel the policy. Subrogation transfers the insured's right of recovery to the insurer after a claim is paid. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 47. Employment Practices Liability Insurance, EPLI, covers claims of: Option A, physical injuries. Option B, discrimination, wrongful termination, and harassment. Option C, property damage. Option D, automobile accidents. The correct answer is option B, discrimination, wrongful termination, and harassment. EPLI covers employment-related claims such as discrimination, harassment, and wrongful termination. Question 48. The care, custody, or control exclusion in a liability policy excludes: Option A, damage to the insured's own property. Option B, damage to personal property in the insured's care, custody, or control. Option C, bodily injury to others. Option D, completed operations. The correct answer is option C, bodily injury to others. This exclusion applies to property of others that is under the insured's direct physical control. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 49. An additional insured on a commercial auto policy. Option A, has no rights under the policy. Option B, is protected under the policy for liability arising from the named insured's operations. Option C, is the same as a named insured. Option D, pays the premium. The correct answer is option B, is protected under the policy for liability arising from the named insured's operations. Additional insureds receive liability protection for vicarious liability arising from the named insured's actions. Question 50. A leasehold interest coverage form covers: Option A, the building owner. Option B, a tenant's loss of favorable lease terms when a covered loss terminates the lease. Option C, only the landlord. Option D, only mortgage lenders. The correct answer is option B, a tenant's loss of favorable lease terms when a covered loss terminates the lease. Leasehold interest covers a tenant's financial interest in a favorable lease when a covered loss cancels the lease. Question 51. Water damage from a burst pipe is generally covered under homeowners' policies because: Option A, it is considered flood damage. Option B, it is sudden and accidental, not a gradual leak. Option C, all water damage is covered. Option D, it is excluded. The correct answer is option C, all water damage is covered. Sudden and accidental water discharge from plumbing is covered, gradual leakage and seepage are typically excluded. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 52. An insured contract in a CGL policy includes: Option A, all contracts without exception. Option B, lease agreements, sidetrack agreements, elevator maintenance agreements, and indemnity agreements. Option C, only construction contracts. Option D, only employment contracts. The correct answer is option B, lease agreements, sidetrack agreements, elevator maintenance agreements, and indemnity agreements. Insured contracts are specific types of contracts where liability assumed is covered. Question 53. A PAP with split limits of 50/100/25 means: Option A, $50,000 property damage per accident. Option B, $50,000 bodily injury per person, $100,000 bodily injury per accident, $25,000 property damage. Option C, $50,000 combined single limit. Option D, $25,000 bodily injury per person. The correct answer is option A, $50,000 property damage per accident. Split limits are by per person / by per accident / PD per accident. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 54. The term Bailey liability refers to: Option A, the Bailey's liability for damage to customer's property. Option B, the customer's liability. Option C, the insurer's liability. Option D, no liability. The correct answer is option D, no liability. Baileys are legally liable for damage to property in their care, custody, and control. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 55. The mold exclusion in property policies typically provides: Option A, unlimited mold coverage. Option B, limited coverage for mold resulting from a covered water loss. Option C, no mold coverage under any circumstances. Option D, full mold remediation. The correct answer is option D, full mold remediation. Most policies provide limited coverage for mold if it results from a covered water loss, with sublimits. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 56. Liquor liability insurance covers: Option A, all alcohol-related incidents. Option B, bodily injury and property damage caused by an intoxicated person served alcohol by the insured business. Option C, the insured's own alcohol consumption. Option D, only property damage. The correct answer is option D, only property damage. Liquor liability covers businesses that sell, serve, or furnish alcohol for claims arising from their alcohol service. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 57. An experience modification factor in workers' compensation. Option A, has no effect on premium. Option B, adjusts premium based on the employer's loss experience compared to industry average. Option C, always increases premium. Option D, always decreases premium. The correct answer is option D, always decreases premium. Experience mod reflects the employer's actual loss history. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 58. Pollution coverage under a commercial auto policy is: Option A, broadly covered. Option B, limited or excluded, with a specific pollution endorsement available. Option C, automatically included. Option D, covered only for bodily injury. The correct answer is option B, limited or excluded, with a specific pollution endorsement available. Pollution from auto accidents may be covered, but broader pollution is excluded without endorsement. Question 59. The National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC, Option A, is a federal regulatory body. Option B, drafts model laws and standards for state adoption. It has no direct regulatory authority. Option C, sells insurance. Option D, licenses agents directly. The correct answer is option D, licenses agents directly. The NAIC is a coordinating body of state regulators. It drafts models but doesn't regulate directly. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 60. A drive other car endorsement for a commercial auto policy. Option A, covers all vehicles. Option B, extends coverage to named individuals for non-owned vehicles when the policy insures only scheduled autos. Option C, reduces coverage. Option D, only covers business use. The correct answer is option D, only covers business use. Doc endorsement fills the coverage gap for individuals who don't have personal auto policies. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 61. A wrap-up insurance program, OCIP/CCIP, provides: Option A, only workers' compensation. Option B, liability coverage for all contractors on a construction project under one master policy. Option C, only property coverage. Option D, only builder's risk. The correct answer is option D, only builder's risk. Wrap-ups consolidate insurance for all parties on a construction project. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 62. The duty to defend in a liability policy means: Option A, the insurer must pay all claims regardless of coverage. Option B, the insurer must provide a legal defense against covered claims. Option C, the insured must defend themselves. Option D, the insurer only pays settlements. The correct answer is option C, the insured must defend themselves. The insurer has the duty to defend the insured against suits seeking damages for covered claims. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 63. An electronic data processing (EDP) policy covers: Option A, only the building. Option B, computer equipment, data, and media. Option C, only hardware. Option D, only software. The correct answer is option B, computer equipment, data, and media. EDP policies cover computer hardware, software, data, and extra expenses related to computer system disruption. Question 64. An insurance agent represents: Option A, the insured. Option B, the insurer. Option C, the state insurance department. Option D, the general public. The correct answer is option A, the insured. An agent represents the insurer and has the authority to bind coverage on behalf of the insurer. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 65. A dram shop law imposes liability on: Option A, the intoxicated person only. Option B. Establishments that serve alcohol to visibly intoxicated persons or minors who then cause injury. Option C. Only the manufacturer. Option D. Only the driver. The correct answer is option D. Only the driver. Dram shop laws hold alcohol vendors liable for injuries caused by their intoxicated patrons. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 66. The modified comparative negligence rule means a plaintiff can recover if, option A, they are less than 51% at fault, in most states using this rule. Option B, they are any percentage at fault. Option C, they are 0% at fault. Option D, the defendant is 100% at fault. The correct answer is option D, the defendant is 100% at fault. Under the 50% rule, the plaintiff must be 50% or less at fault to recover. Under the 51% rule, they must be less than 51%. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 67. Garage liability insurance covers, option A, only the building. Option B, auto-related businesses, dealers, repair shops, for liability from garage operations. Option C, only customer vehicles. Option D, only employee injuries. The correct answer is option B, auto-related businesses, dealers, repair shops, for liability from garage operations. Garage liability covers bodily injury and property damage from garage operations and the use of customers' vehicles. Question 68. Garage keepers' legal liability covers, option A, the garage building. Option B, damage to customers' vehicles in the garage's care, custody, or control. Option C, the garage owner's personal auto. Option D, employee injuries. The correct answer is option C, the garage owner's personal auto. Garage keepers' coverage protects against damage to customers' vehicles at the garage. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 69. Stacking of UM/UIM coverage means, option A, combining multiple policies or vehicles to increase available coverage limits. Option B, reducing coverage limits. Option C, canceling duplicate coverage. Option D, only using one policy. The correct answer is option A, combining multiple policies or vehicles to increase available coverage limits. Stacking allows the insured to combine limits from multiple policies or vehicles. Question 70. An occurrence in the CGL policy is defined as, option A, an intentional act. Option B, an accident, including continuous or repeated exposure to substantially the same harmful conditions. Option C, only a sudden event. Option D, a criminal act. The correct answer is option B, an accident, including continuous or repeated exposure to substantially the same harmful conditions. Occurrence includes accidents and repeated exposure to harmful conditions. Question 71. A hold harmless agreement is, option A, a release of all claims. Option B, a contractual agreement where one party assumes the liability of another. Option C, a settlement agreement. Option D, a cancellation notice. The correct answer is option D, a cancellation notice. Hold harmless, indemnity, agreements shift liability from one party to another by contract. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 72. The named insured in a PAP includes, option A, only the person listed on the declarations. Option B, the person listed and their spouse if residing in the same household. Option C, all household members. Option D, only the vehicle owner. The correct answer is option D, only the vehicle owner. The named insured includes the listed individual and their resident spouse. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 73. A personal auto policy typically excludes coverage for, option A, personal use. Option B, livery use, transporting people for hire, unless specifically endorsed. Option C, commuting to work. Option D, running errands. The correct answer is option A, personal use. Using a personal vehicle for hire, taxi, rideshare without proper endorsement, is excluded. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 74. A personal umbrella policy typically requires underlying limits of, option A, no underlying insurance. Option B, specified minimums, example, $300,000 on homeowners, $250,000/$500,000 on auto. Option C, only auto insurance. Option D, only homeowners insurance. The correct answer is option B, specified minimums, example, $300,000 on homeowners, $250,000/$500,000 on auto. Umbrella policies require underlying insurance with minimum limits. Question 75. The statute of repose for construction defect claims, option A, has no time limit. Option B, bars claims after a specified number of years from completion. regardless of when the defect was discovered. Option C, extends the statute of limitations. Option D, only applies to residential construction. The correct answer is option C, extends the statute of limitations. Statutes of repose provide a final cutoff for claims, unlike statutes of limitations. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 76. The pollution exclusion in a commercial property policy. Option A, covers all pollution losses. Option B, excludes loss caused by the release of pollutants unless caused by a specified cause of loss. Option C, covers gradual pollution. Option D, is optional. The correct answer is option D, is optional. Pollution losses are broadly excluded with limited exceptions for specified causes of loss. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 77. An additional insured under a CGL policy is typically added by Option A, automatic provision. Option B, endorsement, often required by contracts. Option C, the agent's verbal agreement. Option D, no formal process. The correct answer is option D, no formal process. Additional insureds are added by endorsement. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 78. Loss of use coverage in auto insurance provides. Option A, coverage for vehicle theft. Option B, transportation expenses while the vehicle is being repaired. Option C, collision coverage. Option D, liability coverage. The correct answer is option D, liability coverage. Loss of use, rental reimbursement, covers substitute transportation. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 79. A retrospective rating plan for workers' compensation. Option A, has a fixed premium. Option B, adjusts the final premium after the policy period based on actual losses. Option C, only reduces premium. Option D, has no premium. The correct answer is option A, has a fixed premium. Retro plans adjust premium based on actual loss experience. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 80. A claims made trigger means coverage applies when. Option A, the injury occurs. Option B, the claim is first made against the insured. Option C, the policy is purchased. Option D, the premium is paid. The correct answer is option C, the policy is purchased. Claims made policies are triggered by the making of the claim. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 81. A sign coverage form, inland marine, covers. Option A, all signs regardless of value. Option B, neon, mechanical, and electrical signs. Option C, only hand-painted signs. Option D, only permanent signs. The correct answer is option C, only hand-painted signs. Sign floaters cover valuable signs, particularly neon and electrical signs. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 82. Rebating in insurances. Option A, offering a discount on the premium. Option B, giving a portion of the premium or something of value not specified in the policy as an inducement to purchase. Option C, illegal sales practice. Option D, charging higher premiums. The correct answer is option C, illegal sales practice. Rebating is illegal in most states as an unfair trade practice. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 83. A vehicle used for delivery services, pizza, packages, under a PAP. Option A, is always covered. Option B, may be excluded under the business use exclusion unless endorsed. Option C, is fully covered for all business uses. Option D, requires a commercial policy only. The correct answer is option D, requires a commercial policy only. Business use of a personal vehicle may be excluded. Delivery endorsements or commercial policies may be needed. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 84. A loss payee differs from a mortgagee in that a loss payee, option A, has an ownership interest in the property. Option B, has a financial interest but not necessarily an ownership interest. Option C, is always the insured. Option D, has no rights under the policy. The correct answer is option A, has an ownership interest in the property. A loss payee, example, equipment lessor, has a financial interest but may not hold a mortgage. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 85. The principle of indemnity is best described as, option A, the insured may profit from a loss. Option B, the insured is restored to the financial position they were in before the loss. Option C, the insurer pays double the loss amount. Option D, the insured receives a set amount regardless of loss. The correct answer is option A, the insured may profit from a loss. Indemnity means the insured should not profit from insurance but should be made whole. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 86. Garagekeeper's legal liability can be written on a, option A, direct primary, direct excess, or legal liability basis. Option B, only primary basis. Option C, only excess basis. Option D, only no-fault basis. The correct answer is option B, only primary basis. Garage Keepers offers 3 options: direct primary, direct excess, and legal liability. Question 87. The covered auto definition in a PAP includes: Option A, only vehicles listed on the declarations page. Option B, vehicles listed on the declarations, newly acquired autos, and temporary substitute vehicles. Option C, any vehicle the insured drives. Option D, only owned vehicles. The correct answer is option B, vehicles listed on the declarations, newly acquired autos, and temporary substitute vehicles. Covered autos include listed vehicles, newly acquired autos, with notice, and temporary substitutes. Question 88. The loss payable clause in a property policy. Option A names the insured. Option B designates who receives the loss payment, example, a loss payee. Option C states the premium. Option D lists exclusions. The correct answer is option D, lists exclusions. The loss payable clause identifies a loss payee, such as a lender, entitled to receive claim payments. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 89. Personal and advertising injury in a CGL policy includes: Option A, bodily injury. Option B, offenses such as libel, slander, false arrest, and copyright infringement. Option C, property damage. Option D, physical injury only. The correct answer is option B, offenses such as libel, slander, false arrest, and copyright infringement. Coverage B of the CGL covers personal and advertising injury offenses, which are non-physical injuries. Question 90. An occurrence liability policy covers: Option A, only claims made during the policy period. Option B, injury or damage that occurs during the policy period, regardless of when the claim is made. Option C, only claims reported within 60 days. Option D, only intentional acts. The correct answer is option C, only claims reported within 60 days. Occurrence policies cover injury or damage that occurs during the policy period, even if the claim is made years later. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 91. The co-insurance clause in a property policy requires: Option A, the insured to share in all losses. Option B, the insured to carry a specified percentage of the property's value to avoid a penalty. Option C, the insurer to pay double for losses. Option D, 2 or more insurers to share the risk. The correct answer is option B, the insured to carry a specified percentage of the property's value to avoid a penalty. Co-insurance encourages policyholders to insure their property to a reasonable percentage of its value. Question 92. Fraternal benefit societies are characterized by: Option A, operating for profit. Option B, having a lodge system and offering insurance to members. Option C, being owned by stockholders. Option D, insuring only commercial risks. The correct answer is option A, operating for profit. Fraternal benefit societies are non-profit, member-based organizations with a common bond. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 93. A binder provides: Option A, permanent insurance coverage. Option B, temporary insurance coverage until a formal policy is issued. Option C, a copy of the policy. Option D, proof of loss. The correct answer is option B, temporary insurance coverage until a formal policy is issued. A binder is a temporary contract of insurance, typically issued by an agent, providing immediate protection. Question 94. The duties after an accident or loss in a PAP require the insured to: Option A, do nothing. Option B, notify the insurer promptly, cooperate with the investigation, and submit to medical exams if required. Option C, only call the police. Option D, pay the deductible immediately. The correct answer is option B, notify the insurer promptly, cooperate with the investigation, and submit to medical exams if required. The insured must provide prompt notice, cooperate, and comply with reasonable requests. Question 95. The Longshore and Harbor Workers' Compensation Act covers: Option A, railroad workers. Option B, maritime workers who are not seamen, dock workers, harbor workers. Option C, federal employees. Option D, agricultural workers. The correct answer is option A, railroad workers. The LAOCA covers maritime workers who are not covered by the Jones Act. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 96. Products liability under a CGL covers: Option A, premises injuries only. Option B, bodily injury or property damage caused by defective products sold by the insured. Option C, only food products. Option D, only recalled products. The correct answer is option D, only recalled products. Products liability covers injury or damage from the insured's products. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 97. The mobile equipment exclusion in a commercial auto policy means: Option A, all vehicles are covered. Option B, vehicles designed primarily for off-road use, bulldozers, forklifts, are covered under commercial general liability, not auto. Option C, no coverage for any equipment. Option D, only licensed vehicles are covered. The correct answer is option D, only licensed vehicles are covered. Mobile equipment is excluded from the auto policy and typically covered under CGL. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 98. Personal injury protection, PIP, provides: Option A, only medical payments. Option B, medical expenses, lost wages, and essential services regardless of fault. Option C, only property damage. Option D, only death benefits. The correct answer is option A, only medical payments. PIP provides broad no-fault benefits. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 99. A reporting form for commercial auto physical damage. Option A, has a fixed premium. Option B, requires monthly reporting of vehicle values with premium adjustments. Option C, has no premium. Option D, only applies to liability. The correct answer is option D, only applies to liability. Reporting forms are used for fluctuating values, with premiums adjusted based on reports. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 100. A controlled business statute prevents a producer from: Option A, writing any business. Option B, writing insurance primarily on themselves, their family, and their own business. Option C, selling to friends. Option D, writing commercial insurance. The correct answer is option A, writing any business. Controlled business laws ensure producers serve the public, not just their own interests. In this rotation, A is correct.